Hello, everybody. Welcome to an all-new episode of Manga Weekly, a weekly podcast where two nerds sit down and attempt to recap all the chapters of various manga series, 2 chapters at a time. I am your host, James, and joining me today is my co-host and friend, Logan.
It's me, Mr. James. I'm here, ready to talk about Assassination Classroom.
Who is that?
It's me, your favorite friend, Barney.
That's Barney?
I don't know.
You mean Barney like, I love you, you
No, like
love
Barney,
me.
like death metal, like, I love you, you love me.
Oh my god.
I'm tired, my eyes are hurting. Probably because I just spent like...
worked 12 hours today.
Yeah, I know you. I'm sure you're much more tired than me. But
Why are you so tired? Did you not sleep? Why didn't you go home and nap for a little bit before you came over here?
Because I had to read. I had to take notes. I had to get ready.
You should have done that before.
I had to do some homework.
What's more important? Homework or sleep?
I don't know the fact I want to pass my classes.
I will pass your classes for you.
Okay, do you know Python and C++ and HTML?
I do, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, HTML.
Okay.
That's a computer term.
Yeah, that is in fact a computer term.
Boom. Nailed it.
Okay.
It's passed.
Gotcha.
Passed it for you right there.
Already done.
What are we reading today?
Assassination Classroom.
Did you say Assassination Classroom?
Assassination
Okay, good. That's what I thought.
Just the two of us this time.
It is. We did have a special guest on our last Assassination Classroom episode. He is not here today.
I miss him. The chair is empty.
Yep, empty chair. He's here in spirit.
Spirit. Here, I'll make
Oh, God. Class 3, the perfect time to help out. We see Koro Sensei making snow cones.
fresh snow cones.
Using ice that he picked up from the North Pole.
Yep.
And we get a couple of classmates deciding that they're going to try to take him on right now, and they'll share the 10 billion.
Yep.
And so he comes up and they say, "Hey, Koro Sensei, can I have a snow cone?"
They're happy. They're running towards the ice cream man. Like,
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And he's happy.
Yeah, he's like,
Oh,
they're finally getting it. He's crying.
Look at those big grins. They're trying to kill me.
He's literally weeping with happiness.
Because if you remember, he wants them to want to kill him.
Yeah.
Not just because it's, he
wants them to have a passion for something.
Yeah, exactly. And so we see all these kids come at him with these knives, right?
These are new knives. They are anti-him knives.
Right. And he says, "Just so you know that your smiles looked a bit forced, not convincing enough for me to let my guard down. Now get rid of those dangerous anti-me knives." And it's like, hey. He replaced them
with flowers. But those flowers were some that some students were growing.
Mm-hmm.
And they are pissed off.
Oh, yeah. And so, because he notices how mad they are, he mocks away, right? And comes back with some new bulbs. And then he starts trying to plant them. But somebody said, "You can't plant flowers at Mach 20.
Yeah, the students are berating him.
Right.
Because he's not a good gardener.
And one of them's like, "Doesn't he want to destroy the world?" And the other one's like, "I thought so, but I guess that doesn't include tulips."
Only half the world. Everybody makes this big deal.
No, he wants to destroy Earth, right?
No, he said with the crescent moon, they were like, "I'll do the same thing to Earth." He never said, "I'll destroy the entire planet." Just, he'd do the same thing that...
I feel like he's probably going to try to destroy the whole planet. Otherwise, why...
Either way, he did nothing wrong.
He hasn't done anything wrong. Well, he's not done nothing. We established that.
Yeah. We got rid of the bad states.
Yeah. Is this douchebag from the...
Yeah,
okay.
He's part of the douchebag club.
Yeah. So we got Nagisa. Writing stuff down. He says he's writing down Koro Sensei's weaknesses to maybe help him assassinate him. And we get a look at his writing.
Koro Sensei, weakness number 1. He messes up when he shows off.
Mm-hmm. And then we get the old the explanation of, you know, most things give you that like intro. Mm-hmm. You know, so this is we are assassins, and this is the assassination classroom, class 3E. And I hate it when it does this. I hate when mangas do this. I hate when any comics do this, where they put this and they don't finish this and up till like several panels down the way. It's just like, yes, I don't like that. Anyway, so then we go back to the what was his name? Kurame.
I call him the agent.
The agent. Yeah. He's saying he's talking to the principal.
Tomorrow I take over as a PE teacher.
Mm-hmm.
You've probably already been informed of the Ministry of Defense.
So he says that he can keep an eye on him, Koro Sensei, mm-hmm. and provide support for the students. But don't worry, he has a teaching credential. And, okay, something's up with the principal, right?
Yeah, you can't see him.
Something's up with the principal. He has back turned. Did you just come up with something?
He's Koro Sensei. That's his true form. That's why he's not showing him his face.
That's Koro Sensei. That could be. You never know. He says, I trust you, but the student's education and safety is my top priority. See? That is Koro Sensei.
That's Koro Sensei.
Dude, that didn't even... Oh, shit. So, this is Kunagikeeko. Junior high, where the best of the best go.
And the worst of the worst.
Of course. They go to class 3E. So then we got Dude Man. He's walking around with his buddy. They're talking about how the principal was understanding. He says he's being paid a pretty penny to let us in here. Of course he's understanding. A monster with enough power to destroy the earth, the military is useless against him. But for some reason he wants to be a teacher. The only ones who know about this are us, the principal, and class 3E. Just the kids in class 3E. No one else can find out. And so...
We cut to... It looks like students. Crap!
Some of the worst drawn characters.
I heard he did this on purpose. Because these are awful.
These are horrible.
Crap! They kicked me into class E if my grades get any worse.
That's perfect. Keep going.
Seriously? That sucks.
That's the other guy.
Seriously?
Change your name, yeah.
Seriously? That sucks. If you go there, you're done for, man.
Keep going.
I don't...
This is probably the same dude.
The
second one that you just did.
The annex is horrible. No cafeteria, dirty bathrooms. The other students and teachers treat 3E students like garbage. And unless you believe miracles, you'll never leave.
Now this is the first guy. I don't know how you did it.
Talk about the end class. I'd rather die than get sent there.
So, by treating class 3E poorly, the normal students,
the normies,
work harder to feel superior to them, and out of fear, they wind up there.
Yeah.
So that's how they're kind of keeping this on the hush hush. You know, 3E was originally, I'm assuming, a class for the bad kids, mm-hmm. or the not necessarily bad, but just the
poorly performing.
Yeah, but now it has become they're using
the one you don't go there. It's like it's like solitary confinement in prison.
Well, they've it's like they've built this
stigma,
around it, in the hopes that students will do good, so that they don't have to send them there, because they need this to be secret now, because they're trying to save the world. You see what I'm saying?
I thought the way I read it was just like this, but even before the whole assassination thing, because it does say I guess I read it as 3E existed before the assassination thing.
Well, yeah,
and 3E is just for they're using it as just you don't want to get sent there because it's awful.
Right, but what I'm saying is that now it's the perfect.
Yeah, now it's the perfect cover.
Right,
because
of nobody wants to go there, so everybody's doing good to not get in there, and they can just keep all the people there that they've already got, mm-hmm. and keep the assassination secret. So here he comes. Oh, Karasuma. Karasuma. That's
Kurama. That's
Kurama.
Kurama. 9 10.
So he comes up and he tells him that he's just start being their PE teacher. This is one of my favorite things in anime. I've actually never seen it done in manga, but she's doing the
pacing,
the standing in one spot, doing the thing. I love that. I think it's freaking hilarious.
That is funny.
So he wonders where Koro Sensei is, and she tells him that he's trying to make it up to them for destroying the flower bed.
Yeah, he's being a nice guy again.
So he's letting him play piñata with him.
With knives.
And they still are having trouble
Getting him, even though he's literally suspended in the air, probably like 6 feet.
Yeah, swinging himself around, missing all these knives. Nagisa has a gun, by the way.
It's like, you need to try harder. I'm only going to let you do this once.
Yeah, and so Nagisa says he's just messing with him, you know? And then dude's kind of pissed because he's like, is this even an assassination attempt?
No, this is them playing piñata.
They're just playing, yeah. Well, Koro Sensei is starting to get a little, what would you say? A little cocky, you know? And he says, doesn't get any easier than this. Come on, you know? You think someone will be able to? And then snap. Boom. He falls down.
Kill him now!
I love that shot, though.
Yeah.
Because you can see the sweat. The sweat's building up. He's like,
it's like, oh shit.
And then it's like, kill him now. And he starts running off or bouncing off.
No, this isn't cool. Wait, no.
So we get weakness number 1, which we saw was he messes up when he shows off. We also see weakness number 2. He panics easily. And so he runs away, and he
very narrowly gets away.
Yes. And he jumps up on the roof, and he's like, man, we're so close. And he says, just for that, double the homework. And we learn Koro Sensei's third weakness. He's a sore loser.
I mean, like, I would be too.
And so
they cheated.
He shoots out. He runs away. And yeah,
that's the best one
pretty
we've
close.
ever had.
Yeah. And then Kurama starts thinking about how these kids are like discussing murder. They're very happy about it. And if this was if it
wasn't necessary, this would be very creepy.
Yeah. And so this chick asks Nagisa, "Do you think we can kill him?" He says, "Oh, we'll kill him. We just have to go all out." And Kurame says, "Funny thing is, out of all the kids at this school, the ones in Class E are the most optimistic." And then so we get these 2 new folks, and they're like, "That's everything. To prevent a panic, you are forbidden from speaking about this. If you do, we'll be forced to erase your memory." I guess like Men in Black.
Freaky.
They said the other students in Class E have already been briefed and are already working on the mission. Once your suspension is over, we assume you will do the same. And so we see this dude, and he's like, "Can this rubber knife really hurt him?" And she's like, "Yep." And so he's like, "Human or not, you have no idea how long I've been itching to kill a teacher." Jesus. And that's it. It's chapter 3.
Leave Koro Sensei alone.
Yeah, he's all right, man. He's my favorite character in this chapter.
He is my favorite character again.
We get introduced to a new character. We don't know his name yet, but we get a new introduction. We learn a lot more about Koro Sensei through
his weaknesses.
Nagisa's, figuring out some of his weaknesses. Do you have a fave scene?
Piñata.
The piñata?
Yeah, he's just around.
I actually like the first scene when they attack him, and then he's like crying because he's so happy for I love that scene. What about that's also that panel of him crying.
My
is
favorite
my favorite panel.
My favorite is close. It's directly after Pinata. It's with like, kill him now.
Oh yeah.
That's my favorite.
I like that one. If you hear some crunching, by the way, that's my dog eating. So just overhear the crunching. All right, so class 4, time to get down to work. We get the very first page is a little breakdown of Koro Sensei. It talks about the sucker on the end of his tentacles.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about his head, how he can teach most subjects by himself. He's super smart. He has a sweet tooth. He can secrete a slippery slime from his body. It helps lower air resistance. And he has no idea how many tentacles are hidden beneath his robes. It's weird.
You think you know how many tentacles you have?
Yeah, you think you would. So then we cut to the
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, and it's the activity field, the sports field or whatever. And Koro Sensei is like, oh, how I love the sound of students playing outside on the sports field. It's so peaceful. And then we see what they're doing.
If only they weren't wielding weapons.
Yeah, Korome is teaching them how to. He's teaching them like knife moves, you know.
You ever seen like those in China, like those giant like open like.
Oh, I know exactly.
Feels like
yes.
Kids doing karate and
yes,
stuff. That's what I thought when I saw this.
And he's like, I thought I told you to take a break. I'm the new PE teacher. You're not listening, are you? Leave us alone. Go play in the sandbox or something.
And then
so he does, but he's
crying. Leave this poor octopus man alone.
He says, "Oh, the students love my PE classes."
Not really.
No, it's like the other day, your sidestepping exercise, and then we get a little flashback of how of him demonstrating the
PE.
So he's moving at such high speeds here that he's visually cloning himself.
Yeah.
And I guess he thinks the students should be able to do it or something.
I mean, he's like, we'll start with high-speed visual cloning. Once you get the hang of it, we'll add the
cat's cradle is the...
Cradle. Oh, yeah, what the nets and stuff.
Yeah, the rope thing.
And everybody's like, visual cloning.
Yeah. Then they say, well, it's pretty cool, but they want to learn PE for human bodies, you know?
And he looks crushed.
Oh, like, so crushed.
What?
And so...
You're not all octopus people?
Yeah. So then we cut back to the PE class, and...
Koro Sensei is also staying in the sandbox because he's playing.
He's just playing.
He's sniffling.
Yeah.
He's
still
crying.
They're wondering, like, why is he teaching them all this, especially with the target right there watching, you know? And he says, assassination is a skill like any other. The more you know, the better you know the basics, the better you'll perform. And so he says, for example, Isogai, maybe, or Meihara, try and hit me with that rubber knife. And so they're like, you sure? I mean, both of us together? You know, it's like, it won't hurt humans. If you hit me, I'll let you leave class, you know? So. I'll let you leave class early. Get a little incentive in there, too. So they're like, okay. And they go for him.
He dodges.
Yeah, he dodges that one. Then the other guy goes, knocks that one away. You get another one. And then they just start, like, attacking him, you know? And he's just blocking everyone, you know? And so he grabs them up.
Both by the wrist. And it's kind of like does like a spin move.
And he's like, if you can't hit me, how are you going to hit someone that can move at Mach 20? And then he's like, we must have bored him. And they look over to Koro Sensei.
The best sandcastle I've ever seen. Making green tea, wearing a robe. And
he went and changed his outfit, made some tea, and built a humongous sandcastle. One of these Japanese, not humongous, but it's one of these Japanese temples.
I was going to say that he doesn't have a lot of sand to work with.
No,
and he
true.
made that.
Yeah. But you can tell there's like no more sand though.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's like flat.
Mm-hmm.
So he says, you know, that's why they're basically learning all this. Because if you can improve your skills and you're enough to hit him, Kurama. We really got to learn his name. What's his name? Kurosama.
Kurama.
Learn his name.
Kurama.
Learn his name. We'll do Naruto another time.
Okay, Kurama.
So he says, knives, pistols, sniper rifles, assault weapons. You're going to learn all of them in this class. And so...
see some feet.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody's looking down at him. And so they're actually happy about this new PE class, though. They're enjoying it. So Koro Sensei is like, you're trying to win them over, aren't you? And he's like, what kind of a joke is this? The school district can add extra teachers to provide assistance at any time. If I remember your contract correctly. And he whips around and chunks a knife at Koro Sensei. But he is able to move, and it hits the tree behind him. You can see
a bit of the visual cloning.
Yes. And he says, my job is to oversee these assassins until they assassinate you. And then Koro Sensei says,
he's mad.
I have a name. The students gave it to me. Please call me Koro Sensei. And I don't think Koro Sensei and Kurosama are going to get along. So the kids are walking away and they see this guy, right? This new guy. They say, "Oh, Karma, you're back."
Yeah, it seems like they know him.
Yeah, he says, "A long time no see, Nagisa." And he says, "So that's Koro Sensei. Looks like an octopus, freaky." And then Koro Sensei comes up. He says, Karma.
Nice new guy.
Yeah.
Nice guy.
You were supposed to come to class this morning. Being late on your first day back from suspension doesn't look good. And then Karma laughs and says, I'm sorry. I got used to sleeping in, I'm sorry I'm late. It's nice to meet you. And he puts his hand out to shake his hand. And Koro Sensei puts a tentacle out and says, oh, well, it's nice to meet you too. I look forward to a productive year together.
Then his tentacle explodes. Or melts.
Melts or something, yeah. And it surprises Koro Sensei. And then Homeboy Assassin's Creed, this hidden blade out from his sleeve, and goes to stab Koro Sensei, but he's able to juke out of the way. And everybody's like looking all surprised. Even Koro Sensei's must be surprised. He got some sweat beads, And Karma, he's like, wow, you are fast. And they weren't lying when they said this would hurt you. Even little tiny slivers like this. So he's put the pieces of the rubber.
Have you ever done the thing where like a pin needle, like a safety pin, where you put it through the side of your thumb?
Yes.
I see it like that.
Right.
Just much more painful.
It looks very painful. He says, I can't believe you fell for the oldest trick in the book. And look at you way over there. You're scared. Is he doing the chicken thing? Bwok, bwok, bwok. And so
he's bullying him.
He is. I don't like this guy. I don't like Karma, man. Fuck Karma. I like Koro Sensei. I wish Koro Sensei would just fucking splatter him all over the ground.
You were absent. That's strike 3. Bam.
That's really sad though. Mm-hmm. That we're rooting for the bad guy here. Technically the bad guy,
He's done nothing wrong so far. That could be an empty threat.
It's true. I know. So Nagisa's thinking about this is the first time anyone has actually damaged Koro Sensei. And Karma says, Koro Sensei. That's a play on Koro Senai, isn't it? Can't kill. I think they got your name wrong.
Then his face.
Yeah, Koro Sensei's getting a little pissed. And he says, this chick says, Nagisa, I haven't been in Class E that long, so who's that guy? What's his story? And Nagisa says, well, we were in the same class my first and second year, but he kept getting suspended for fighting. Ordinary teachers couldn't handle him, and I guess they finally sent him to 3E. But knowing Karma, he'll be at the head of the class in no time. And she says, what do you mean? And he says, when it comes to weaponry, battle tactics, and sneak attacks, Karma is probably the best out of all of us. And then you got Karma thinking, don't run too far, Koro Sensei. I don't need the exercise. I just need to kill you. Whew. End of the chapter.
That's it.
Dang. And that's both chapters, man, out of the way. What did you think of chapter class 4?
I liked it. I liked it a lot.
I do too. Karma.
Fuck them. I don't like the people that are like, I'm too good for you. I'm too cool. I'm the best.
I feel like Koro Sensei is gonna teach him a thing or two. Maybe knock him down a peg or two.
I want him to kill him.
I don't want anybody.
No, I want him dead. Fuck him.
Fuck him.
Fuck him.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna stand on a united front right here. We hate karma. So favorite scene.
I'm good at PE too, where Koro Sensei's all crying and he's like,
oh yeah,
they like my PE class too.
I actually like just as much as I hated seeing it, but the whole like karma coming, and actually doing something to Koro Sensei is that's rough, dude. I mean, because we've gone 4 chapters now with nothing happening.
Only self-inflicted wounds.
Yeah. Favorite character?
It was actually Korama, the agent.
That was mine too, dude. Are you reading off my notes?
No, it's right here. I just said favorite person, agent.
That was mine too. Favorite art panel?
Wherever he twists them. Korama twists the guys.
Oh, yeah. I like the sandcastle.
I do like that. I do like.
But those ones with Koro Sensei crying though, I don't like
it's
those.
Heartbreaking,
I don't
dude.
like those,
Heartbreaking.
Man. Why they gotta do that?
He's literally like the nicest guy on the planet.
Why has he created this character that we're obviously not supposed to like because, well, he's going to destroy the world, but I can't help but like him.
I think that's the point.
Dang it, man. Dang it. So I'm really digging this book so far. 4 chapters in. Good stuff.
Yep.
Anything else you want to talk about before we end it?
Not really.
Okay. All right. Well, you can go over to Facebook and like Talking Nerdy. That's the umbrella that we fall under. If you want to reach us, you can email us at mangaweekly815@gmail.com. That's the show's email. You can email us suggestions for books you want to hear us read. Tell us about what you thought of these chapters, any of these series that we're reading, because we're also reading Black Clover and Bleach. So let us know what you're thinking about those on there. Follow us on Podbean if you listen there. You can listen to us on iTunes. If you wouldn't mind, leave us a review, leave us a rating. That'll help us get the show out there more. Mr. Mighty Duck. That's me. Lawajli, that's us on Twitter. Hit us up. So this will be going up on Friday. So, well, I probably shouldn't say Friday because it's just going to go up when it goes up, right?
Yep.
So happy Friday because it's Friday now.
Yep.
So we hope you guys have enjoyed the show, and we look forward to manga-ing with you next time.